Hey, my name is Brad. This is Bo Woodcraft. Welcome to the shop. Today we're taking this Reliant joiner that I purchased off of Marketplace for 200 bucks. It's been a workhorse for about a year, but it started making some noise with the bearings and things. So I reached out to mywoodcutters.com. They sent me a new 6-inch helical head that we're going to add to this. This is my son Jordan. He's my assistant today.
And today we're going to show you why upgrading an old tool is comparable, if not better and more cost effective than buying a brand new tool.
So let's get started. So before I change out the head, I'm going to run a piece of curly maple through it, and we're going to take a look at if there's any chipping, any roughness to that wood, because I got a really figured piece of wood over here. And then once we put the new head in, we're going to flip it over, run it through the other side, and see the difference. So let's get this thing plugged in, fired up, and make a cut. Hear those bearings? All right, so it still cuts pretty good. I mean, this isn't a bad cut at all. It's got a couple ridges and stuff in it, but I think we can do better with the helical head. So we're gonna do this upgrade and then we'll cut this again. Oh. Hello, mama. Okay, so we're going to spin it around and lay it up on its side so we can get to these bearings.
I think it needs to just lay forward. Oh, there was a spider web in there at one point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spiders got to have homes too. Let me get a couple of blocks to set that on. Okay.
Woo. It's been in there for a while. So.
All right, I'm going to open this up.
Okay. Success!
Let me see it.
This bearing's fine. That feels fine. This one is less fine.
Wow.
Yeah, that's less fine.
All right. Well, let's see what's in the box.
Not these studs, I can tell you that.
Probably not. All right, these come packaged really good, so if you...
Thank God the studs unscrew.
If you purchase this from mywoodcutters.com, you can guarantee it's going to come packaged really nicely. So let's see what we have in the box.
I mean, they send the thing in a mini crate. Nobody sends mini crates anymore.
It's a little crate inside of a box, wrapped in wood.
Alright, I got the studs off of this miraculously. They weren't seized in despite how they looked. Oh no, I have to get the pulley off too.
Yeah. So you need your...
I'm gonna need a wheel puller.
Alright, let's see what we got here. So it comes packaged in wrapped in cardboard and wrapped in foam. So that's very well protected from the mailman. We all probably dealt with the mailman before. Let's pop this guy open. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, cardboard. Open up the foam. Wow, look at that.
Sexy.
That is pretty. So we need the ends off of that too.
Oh dear.
Yep. Okay, so we have some surgical procedures to perform on the old part.
Oh good, that moves.
So I'm going to set this to the side while we take care of opening that up. There are parts that you need. There are parts that you need from your old thing. You're going to need your pulley. You're going to need your bearing. What are those called? Bearing rests? Bearing seats?
Something like that.
We're going to call them bearing seats because that sounds kind of
Professional-ish.
professional-ish. Here, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's see what Jordan's doing over here because everything is hidden away. So let me flip this around. All right. Proceed.
Taking my automotive pickle fork, because I'm sure if you do stuff with tools, you probably have one of these laying around. But you can just use a couple screwdrivers or a wheel puller if you need it. But thankfully this one's not seized. So I'm just
We'll put it in the vise.
I might need to. Let's see, how close is it? It's right there.
There we
No
go.
vise needed. I am the vise. Does that have a shaft key on it?
Does not have a shaft key.
Does not have a shaft key.
So you're going to need to save your shaft key. You're going to need to save your pulley. And you're going to need to save the bearing rests. So those parts right there you're going to need.
Yep.
And then we got to figure out how this comes off.
I'm just gonna see if my pickle fork can do it. All powerful pickle fork.
That'll work.
Yep. Stand clear.
Safety glasses. Make sure that we don't blow up. Here we go. Are you kidding me?
Holy crap.
Wow, that's so much more quiet. All right, so we got the blade installed. We got it adjusted. That took a little bit of time, but it is an old machine, so I kind of expected that. We're gonna go ahead and run this piece through and check to see how smooth it's gonna come out. Then I have a test for it. I'm gonna run some end grain hickory, which should prove its merit all across the board. So we're gonna go ahead and run this one. The first thing I've noticed is we're gonna run a sound comparison from the first cut to this cut, but listen to this.
Listen to
I
what?
can talk to you and we can have a conversation with this machine running, which has never been the way. This thing has always been really loud. So, all right, we're gonna run it, see what we get.
That was a hog cut too.
Yeah, that took a good chunk off. That was 1/8 of an inch that we took off just now.
Holy cow.
And feel that.
Wow.
I mean, that's ready for 220 grit and finish. That's just...
You can just, if you're making a cutting board or something, you can just glue that. You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, so that was very, very nice. And then let's run that hickory.
I'm kind of nervous about the hickory.
Better hold on.
I'm not holding on to that.
All right, first thing I'm going to do is run the end grain, which is notorious for splitting out. So we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully I don't die. All right, it cut it. It squared it up. It did blow it out at the end there.
The very end, which was already
you can
torn
see that, so
blown out.
Yeah, but this was a split piece of wood, so
that doesn't count.
It doesn't count. And we're square.
Holy cow!
So let's go face grain and see what happens.
You're crazy.
Cross grain face grain.
You're crazy sauce.
Yep. Let's see what happens. Tiny bit of tear out at the end.
Wow.
But that's ready to sand. That's just crazy. All right. Is it worth upgrading your old equipment?
Heck yeah, it is.
Heck yeah, it is. So, mywoodcutters.com. Upgrade your old equipment. Save a little bit of money from buying a new piece. And, you know, I've seen similar planers to this on Marketplace for literally 75 bucks. So if you're willing to put in a little bit of elbow grease, upgrade your equipment.
Save some money, get nice tools, upgrade your own equipment.
And it's old, and it's made of cast iron. It's a good piece of equipment, so well worth it. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the hype button, and share it with your friends, because I want to keep bringing you more videos like this. Thanks, Jordan, for sticking around, helping me out with this project. We'll catch you all next time. Get out and shop. Go make something cool.
That's an order.